Water. Not only is it beautiful, it is essential. 70% of the Earth's surface is covered by water. Water is the lifeblood of the planet. It cleanses and rejuvenates the Earth while maintaining the delicate interaction between humans, animals, plants, and minerals. Water is the most important element to all life. Just as it covers 70% of the Earth's surface, water makes up nearly 70% of the human body. Water is essential for hydration, proper feeding of every cell in the body, regulating temperature and waste, and for cleansing the body from the inside out. All bodily functions depend on the flow of water throughout the body. A person can go without food for several weeks, but just a few days without water. The industrialized world has done its best to pollute nearly all the surface drinking water serving populated areas. One of our greatest concerns throughout the world is the lack of fresh drinking water. Although most of our planet is made up of water, only 3% is fresh water, and only about 1% of that water is drinkable. The world's ever-growing population demands that we find alternative ways to produce more drinking water. In short, the world is turning to filtered tap water in a bottle. Not only is the availability of clean drinking water diminishing, pollution and overfarming has caused the loss of the essential single-ion trace minerals in the drinking water that is left. These are important minerals which interact with other nutrients in our diet. Where do we find an abundance of these lost trace minerals? In deep seawater. Not just any seawater. It has to be deep. It has to be clean. It has to be old, and it has to be pure. Where can we find this wonderful combination in water? Only in Mahalo, Hawaii, deep-sea, desalinated drinking water. Just off the west coast of the big island of Hawaii, Mahalo deep-sea water is drawn from 3,000 feet below the surface of the Pacific Ocean. At this depth, the water is very cold, about 43 degrees Fahrenheit, and is safe from surface pollutants caused by industry, farming, chemicals, or human waste. This deep seawater used for Mahalo deep sea drinking water is very old. It takes nearly 2,000 years for the water to travel from the North Atlantic Ocean through the freezing Arctic currents under the vast glaciers of Greenland, where it gathers ancient minerals that leach down from the ice. Then it flows around and back down toward the deep channels of the Pacific Ocean. It is there, at the Water Rejuvenation Zone just off the coast of Kona, Hawaii, that the water is at its very purest. Mahalo Hawaii deep sea water has all the natural building blocks of life gleaned from ancient glaciers and the mineral-rich channels of the sea. And it is this water that is pumped to Koyo USA's ultra-modern facility, where it is processed and bottled at the source.
We have the deepest pipes in the world. The pipe that currently delivers water to Koyo USA, for example, goes down 3,000 feet under the surface of the ocean. It's, my impression is, visiting lots of different kinds of plants, this plant is a real state-of-the-art.
Once it reaches the Koyo plant, the icy cold deep seawater enters this magical building where one of the most sophisticated filtration systems in the world removes the excess sea salt, leaving crisp-tasting, refreshing Mahalo drinking water with all of its single-ion trace minerals intact. Nothing is overlooked. The filtration process is continually monitored, assuring Mahalo's rigid quality control specifications are met at all times. This place is exciting. It's where the Mahalo bottles are made. These high-pressure molds have food-grade liquid plastic blown into them, and seconds later, out come beautiful bottles. Notice the unique shape of the bottles. They were designed by a specialist to create the perfect ergonomics for gripping and pouring. Koyo USA produces 250,000 of these bottles each day. Then they are racked and stacked, waiting for their turn to be filled with the best tasting water in the world. Along the way, the bottles are washed and inspected. This is the most amazing machine of all. Here is where the Mahalo Hawaii deep sea water is placed in a brand new bottle. This room is strictly kept under clean room sanitized conditions at all times. The room is free from outside air and any foreign particles in the air within the chamber. The bottles quickly move from one station to the next in completing the filling process. Just before they leave this critical stage, the bottles are sealed tight with their new food-grade blue plastic caps. After more inspections, it is time for the brand new Mahalo bottle to receive its distinctive and colorful label. Upon completing more visual inspections, a group of bottles are selected every 2 hours to be chemically and biologically tested in Koyo's in-house testing lab. Koyo's highly skilled lab technician puts Mahalo through a series of tests to detect any bacterial growth, foreign substances, or manufacturing defects that would make this batch of water less than perfect and ready to ship to Koyo's customers. In short, it isn't Mahalo Hawaii deep sea drinking water, unless she says it's Mahalo Hawaii deep sea drinking water.